Hi, and welcome to Clarke Auction's February 19th auction preview of Asian arts. We're going to begin here with some artwork. So here we have a pair of reverse painted ancestral portraits from a nice local estate. Up above we have several embroideries. So we have this elongated panel, it's two sleeve panels. Up above is a blue overall panel. Some figures, there's some mythical beasts. Here we have a grouping of three Leonard Fujita cat etchings, Japanese artist. We have a Soshan chicken or rooster woodblock print. We have a rooster or a cockfight embroidery. Up above, this is kind of interesting. I don't know what the provenance is on this, but it's kind of this robed figure and he's throwing eyeballs from a bag on his back, which I just thought was kind of funny and unusual. And then we have an ancestral portrait of 6 figures. And now we'll move back over to some of our porcelains. So jumping back into some of our smaller items, we have this series or a collection of jades. So individually lotted, we have this beautiful carved coral and jade necklace, kind of a lavalier style necklace with a drop pendant. We have a carved lotus jade. This jade carved floral basket. We have this rectangular jade. There's a figure to one side and a dragon to the opposite side. This is kind of a panther with a rock and foliate design. Circular pierced pendant with bats and flowers with a central medallion that has Asian characters. We have this celadon jade frog with russet skin. Here we have this figural grouping. It does stand up. I was just a little nervous about leaving it on the table, laying down, but it does stand upright. So it's fishermen with a fish in a basket. From a Great Neck estate, we have this cloisonne jardiniere or flower pot with these carved jade and chrysanthemum flowers, but really quite beautiful, larger than usual. And even these flower blooms are really nice. We have this robin's egg blue Chinese vase, and if you look on the underside, there are 6 characters. This is one of 2 individually lotted blue and white Chinese brush pots. This one is of children playing in kind of a garden, so it's quite nice. Here we have a Blanc de Chine vase. So we have this kind of crackle glazed vase with a solid white dragon. We have this tall Femme verte vase with flowers and birds, really nice. We have this Chinese Femme verte vase with phoenixes and chrysanthemums. Chinese glazed bowl in egg yolk and spinach is what this is called. We have this Chinese Femme rose vase with children again playing. Floral decorations. You can see this beautiful depiction of children. We have this Chinese export or Chinese rose medallion punch bowl with flowers and figures. Pretty standard, but a nice large size. We have this Chinese blue and white censer. So you can just take a look at this kind of figures in this landscape scene around the border. There is some wear to the interior, but that's to be expected with good age. We have this sitting Lohan, and this is probably Huangwali, and it is signed verso. So you can see the nice signature here. And this is, again from our Great Neck estate, we have this Chinese Junyao censer with purple splash. So beautiful handles, a nice tripod base, and then this beautiful purple splash. This is from our never-ending and beautiful Hollis estate. So this is an inlaid bronze censer with ring handles that's been mounted as a lamp, but beautifully mounted. This right here, it's really beautifully done. I actually quite love this piece. And this is estimated at $600 to $900. Again, from Hollis, we have these 2 carved heads or busts. This one does have an impressed stamp to the side and the underside. And this one, I'm not sure what the purpose is, but he can be removed, so his head comes off. We have this peach bloom vase on a carved wood base. I'm just going to show you the underside, and this again is from our Great Neck estate. From one of our Walk-in Wednesday appraisal days, this came in, so this is a nice little Wu Kai vase, again Chinese. A nice collection of jade jewelry. So we have this jade bangle, individually lotted. We have these 2 gold mounted cylindrical form jade pendants. One is in 18 karat, one is in 14 karat, and one is signed. And then we have these two bangle bracelets that are lotted together. From Hollis, we have the small carved jade bamboo pendant. Lot 278 is a carved jade, kind of archaic style pendant. And then this is again from our Great Neck estate, and this is a Peking duck. So this nice jade carving. Really quite nice, a fair amount of interest in this piece. And then we have lot 325 is here, and this is a Chinese, and this is either Lang Yao or oxblood. Here's the underside, but it's this nice little squat vase, and there's nothing on the rim. That's how the tag was adhered, but the rim is in good condition. Again, this is from one of our Walk-in Wednesday appraisal days. So this is a Chinese Fami Rose standing figure with a Rui scepter. So he's just like a nice guy with the impressed stamp to the underside. Here we have a Chinese tea dust vase. So really quite nice with this kind of ribbed design to the stem. And then there's a 6 character mark within a double blue ring. So this is one of 2 purportedly Tang Dynasty glazed figures. So we have this Tang horse, and then there's also a standing figure. By consign and provenance, this was thermal tested at one point, but they've lost the results, but they all came back as Tang Dynasty. But the 2 are lotted together at 500 to 700. Here we have a Chinese Fami Rose bowl with birds and flowers. So really quite nice. The interior is the enamel decoration, and then we have this kind of iron red foliate design with a wax seal stamp to the underside. And this is estimated at 600 to 900. Here we have this gilt bronze seated Buddha on a double lotus base. So really quite nice and attractive piece. One of my favorite lots in the sale is this Chinese Fami Ver Fu Dog with teapot. Really beautifully decorated on this nice bronze base. He is missing the ball that would go underneath his foot, but I believe that this is Kangji period, and this is from our Hollis estate. We have this grouping of Chinese enamels. So we have these 2 yellow ground plates. This is Fami Rose with the 8 special items, and then this is a sgraffito plate or dish, and it is signed to the underside. Here we have a Fami Rose enamel decorated on coral red base, and it is signed. And then last but not least in this grouping is this little Fu Dog snuff bottle. From the same estate as our bangles, we have these 2 lots of jade pendants. So these are all gold mounted jade pendants, various designs of foliate, a heart. This is a figural with I believe it's a butterfly. And then a separate grouping, we have these gold mounted circular or pie form jade pendants. So really quite nice. And again, from our Hollis estate, this is just a miscellaneous grouping. So we have this carved amethyst figure. We have some nephrite jade discs, some jadeite jade discs, coral. We have this gold mounted jade pendant, carnelian. This is probably rock crystal and amethyst, and this is all grouped together at 300 to 500. And then we have this black glazed Chinese vase, really quite handsome. And unfortunately, it is pierced through the underside and the signature with hairlines, but it's a really attractive piece. And then from a Nyack estate, we have this Japanese embroidery of cranes, which is really quite nice. There are some damage, but there's nice age to this piece. And this is estimated at 300 to 500. And then we have this Chinese Fami Rose table screen. So it does come out of the stand. And then we have this beautiful table screen of this deity with a child and a crane, and it is signed. And this is estimated at 400 to 600. And this has been gaining quite a bit of interest, is this very large Chinese blue and white jardiniere or fishbowl. So there's dragons and chrysanthemums. I'm going to lean it forward so you can see the underside. So it's really quite nice at 1,000 to 1,500. And that wraps it up for our Asian selection for the February 19th auction. We hope to see you there.